Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome to course number 30. And today we're going to teach you about the importance of sleep.
So, I have a question for you guys. Do you consider yourself an early bird? Camila, what about you?
Well, I would like to consider myself an early bird, or at least I'm trying to, because I've noticed that when I wake up early, my day is just so much more productive. It's longer, I have more energy, and I just enjoy it more. So I would say I'm becoming an early bird. How about you, Jenna?
I'm the same way. I like to think of myself as an early bird because I just have so much more time in the day when I wake up early to do everything that I want to do. But I do have a really bad habit of being a little bit of a night owl.
Yeah, I know. Me too, especially on weekends. But it's okay, guys. You can have a balance. So remember to comment down below whether you're an early bird or night owl. So the actual definition of sleep is a natural temporary state of rest in which we become physically inactive. So technically, it's that time of the day when our body rests and gains energy for the next day.
And sleep has loads of benefits. It helps improve attention span, it helps us regulate our blood sugar, it keeps our heart healthy, it can help you reduce stress as well. It can also improve your memory, and it also helps the body repair itself after the long day of running around and playing outside.
Wow, I actually didn't know there were so many benefits to just sleeping.
I know it's crazy. And isn't it how something that we do every single night can make us feel so good and have so many benefits for us?
I know. It's so important to go to bed on our bedtime. Honestly, now I know what my mom was talking about. So the recommended amount of sleep hours depends on the age of the person. For example, for toddlers, it is recommended to sleep from 11 to 14 hours. Then children from 9 to 11 hours. These are school age children, such as elementary or middle school children. For teenagers, from 8 to 10 hours each day, and then adults from 7 to 9 hours per night. Around how many hours do you think you sleep at night, Jenna?
So I actually think I sleep around 8 to 9 hours a night. It really just depends. What about you?
Well, I would say I would go more on the 7 to 8, but I do not sleep less than 7 hours because if I do, believe me, you don't want to talk to me. I'll be all grumpy.
So we have some tips for you guys on how to have a better night's sleep. So the first tip is to make time to exercise daily. And in our previous videos, we talked about needing about 30 minutes of exercise each day. So we need to make sure that we're making those 30 minutes in order to help us get a better night's sleep.
Another tip is to not use electronics before going to bed. I've heard this so many times and everywhere, but sometimes it's a little hard to apply. But that light from our phones actually prevents us from falling asleep. And it is also recommended not only to do not use them before bed, 2 hours before going to bed, and also put them or leave them out of the bedroom. So for example, right now I'm actually on my bedroom, but I always at night I put my cell phone on my bathroom because I don't want to leave any kind of electronics inside my bed.
Another tip that we have for you guys is to set the temperature appropriately. I really like sleeping in the cold. So that's the kind of temperature I usually go for. And I do think our bodies do tend to sleep better when it's just a little bit cold. Do you like sleeping in the cold, Camila?
I do actually, and I love to get my blanket on and feel like a little warm inside that blanket. So for sure, I would say that for my temperature, it will be yes around like 70. I like it to keep it cold.
Yes, that is the perfect temperature for me to sleep at.
Also, a great tip is to take a warm bath before going to bed. So the hot water actually relaxes the muscles and it just helps you clear out everything. Sometimes when you take a bath, you feel like you wash off not only all the like actual dirt from the day, but any mental situations that you might have been going on, like maybe taking a bath can really help you calm down physically and mentally so you're ready to go to bed.
That is my favorite tip. I love taking a warm bath before bed. But here's another tip that we have for you guys. And it's also one of my favorites. It's to drink hot tea before going to bed.
I love to drink chamomile tea. It really, really relaxes me and just makes me go to bed this fast.
Ooh, chamomile tea and honey is my favorite. If you haven't tried it, I definitely think you should.
I will try it because I haven't tried it with honey, but I will try it and I'll let you know.
Yes, do it. It's so relaxing.
So our last tip is to try using color therapy. This is a tip that we might not usually hear, but some colors actually transmit different emotions. So using color therapy, especially blue, which transmits calmness and peace, can help you find that mental state to go to sleep and have a great night rest.
So one of the first worksheets that we have for you guys is called Head to Bed. And in this one, you're going to go through the maze, avoiding the things that keep you from having a good night's sleep. And then you're going to go ahead and find your way to a good night's sleep. So you're going to go from start and you're going to want to end up at the bed that says a good night's sleep with a little moon.
As you can say, they have electronics around here that you want to avoid, video games, and maybe a lot of sugar before going to bed, because this can prevent you from falling asleep. We also have a word search, and the idea is that you find these hidden words that are related to going to sleep, such as night, bed, healthy, etc. So the idea is that you find them, you can either highlight them, cross them out, or circle them.
And our last worksheet that we have for you guys is really helpful. This is called a sleep tracker. And when using the sleep tracker, you can go ahead and track the amount of sleep that you're getting during the week. So as you can see, one of the columns has the date, and you can put the date of the day that you're tracking. And then it has a couple questions. It asks, what time did you go to sleep? What time did you wake up? It asks you the total amount of time that you slept, if you had trouble falling asleep, if you had trouble staying asleep, and what you woke up feeling, whether that be rested, tired, angry, anxious. And these are all really important things to know to figure out if you're getting restful sleep or not. And if you need to help yourself, use some of the tips that we just told you to come have a more restful night's sleep.
This is such a useful tool because sometimes we don't really realize that we're not having a good night's sleep, and we wake up feeling maybe a little tired, but we make that we might think it's normal, but the idea is to wake up feeling rested and energized. So remember, guys, to keep track of your sleep and keep track especially of how you feel when you wake up. And if you feel good, you are doing things good. And maybe if you feel a little bit tired, you can go ahead and try some of the tips that we just mentioned so you can have a better night's sleep.
So thank you so much for joining us today, guys. We've had so much fun talking about the benefits of sleep with you, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.